Ladies and gentlemen, I am the War Boss Squee, and this is a very different thing than what I've been doing lately. Uh, One of my subscribers has been going on about this game for pretty much the whole time I've known him, and insisted that I play Pillars of Eternity, and I have never heard of this game until he mentioned it. But he sent it to me on Steam along with all the DLC, so we're gonna try it out here. Let's see. This is the first time I'm playing it. So we've got normal difficulty, expert mode. Let's see. Disables number of helper features. No, we don't want that because we've never done this before. Trial of Iron. Oh fuck no. All right, so let's jump into it. I know nothing about this game. I do know that it was made by Obsidian, which means that it was probably 6 months delayed and full of bugs when it first came out. They have a bad habit of doing that, but they make really good games too. Alright, why are you taking such a long time loading? I am not using my main computer here, so. Alright, I am definitely feeling the Icewind Dale Baldur's Gates influence just from this little area right here. I was going to say is that I'm not playing this on my gaming computer. I'm playing this on a backup. This was optimized as a gaming rig about 2 years ago. It should run pretty well, I think. We'll have to find out. Bad. Alright, so we have character creation here. Now, obviously you get a choice of male or female. I'm going to go with male. Let's see, human, +1 resolve, +1 might, what's resolve? An internal drive, so willpower. 19 concentration, contributes to will and deflection. Might is strength, so contributes to both damage and healing as well as the fortitude defenses. Alright. Kind of cool looking. +2 might right off the bat, so I'm guessing those are orcs of the game. Yes, I'm going to be couching these in D&D terms because I've been playing D&D since the 80s. That's what I know. The dwarf, that's an ugly-looking dwarf. +2 might, -1 dexterity, which does exactly what I thought it would do, and +1 constitution, which is your hit points. Elves. +1 dex, +1 perception. Orlin. Most of the Kith races, I'm guessing they're like halflings or something. That is really fucking weird looking. Like I'm playing some sort of weird, like, forcey little goblin. And a godlike. What the hell's up with that dude's face? Alright, the godlike are children of the Kith, civilized races who have been blessed with physical aspects associated with the gods, though some do not consider it a blessing. These aspects may take many forms and often come with mystical powers. Aberrant head shapes are typical, and godlike are unable to wear protective headgear as it is near impossible to find anything that fits. And apparently they can't custom anything. Because of their unusual nature and their inability to reproduce, godlike are often viewed with fear and wonder. +1 dex, +1 intelligence. Not too bad. I have to say, they look like that looks like a Beastman from Warhammer Fantasy. We don't want to be that. Let's just take middle of the road. We're going to take a human. That seems like the easiest setup for a newcomer. Now we have some sub-races. We have the meadow folk, most common humans in the Deerwood, a colonial nation founded by settlers from the Ader Empire. Following a series of conflicts with Ader, Terra became independent in 2672 AE. I'm assuming after Imperial. And is now ruled by a duke who is elected by 7 earls that oversee its earldoms. And the purpose misspelling of those terms is going to piss me off. I guarantee it. The Meadowfolk, or Thirton, have lived in that area for almost 2,000 years. Meadowfolk traditionally live at the edges of elven forests working the open plains, hence their name. Most humans in the Deerwood are Thirton. Fighting Spirit. Once per encounter, 5 seconds after reduced below 50 hit point, or 50% endurance, folk temporarily gain bonuses to accuracy and damage. So, basically, when they become blooded, they become stronger and faster. Okay? Ocean Folk. Same thing. Ocean Folk, Calbandra, and no little tooltip for them. Obviously, those are the coastal going people. And the Savannah Folk. Natland coming from south of the equator, with the exception of some groups that migrated north, have remained in the same location for 10,000 years. 10,000 years, and they're still using sharp pieces of metal. Okay, I'll go with that. Like Meadow Folk, seems like a good way to base my character. Going next. Now we have our classes. We have the Barbarian. It starts with Carnage. When Barbarians hit with melee damage, they automatically make reduced damage attacks to all other enemies within a short distance, so they get splash damage. +2 to Athletics, +1 to Survival. What does Survival do for me? The first 6 ranks grant the following bonuses. Damage reduction, received healer multiplier, bonus movement, accuracy bonus versus creature type, increased consumable duration, and bonus damage versus flanked enemies. After the 6th rank, the previously earned bonuses become more powerful in the same order that they were received. Survival can also be used in conversations and scripted interactions that involve wilderness challenges or specialized information about nature. I like that quite a bit. Athletics, I'm assuming, does the same thing. Apparently fucking not. Alright, cool. So, very high endurance, very high health. Let's see, endurance. Damage that is not required damage reduction goes straight to their endurance and health. Okay, we'll figure that out as we go. Long-term damage, only gained through rest and certain talents. So average accuracy, low deflection, very high health and endurance. Alright, cool. Chanter. I want to say Bard, but he's got a big fucking axe. Alright, so let's see. Phrases, chants. All chanters can continuously speak phrases, or chants made of magical phrases, produce passive effects, and build a character. Chanter's power until they are using an evocation. +2 lore, +1 mechanics. That actually does strike me as a bard. I'm just not sure of a bard with a double-sized axe. Low endurance, very low endurance, low health, average of accuracy, high deflection. Okay. Cipher. I don't know what you are just by looking at you. Recent discovery in the Eastern Reach, ciphers were once called Burshhalgwin, mine hunters by the Glandfathans. Oh, Jesus. Brian, you didn't tell me the language was going to be this difficult. Ciphers have the ability to directly contact and manipulate another person's soul and psyche using an ally or enemy's essence as the focus for their magic. And most ciphers are still found in the Eastern Reach. Practitioners of the techniques have spread throughout the known world. They are gaining acceptance over time, but are generally distrusted, especially by the uneducated. Alright, so ciphers can directly target allies and enemies with powerful soul-focused effects. These powers cost focus, which ciphers build through the use of the soul whip. So, psychics, basically. Stealth lore mechanics. Sorry, it's midnight. Had to yell. Had to yawn. Okay, very low endurance, low health. Average, deflection. Let's see, Druid. Ah, he's got a nice little buckler shield. He's actually holding it properly, too. Points for that. We know what Druids are. They shapeshift, nature spells, all good stuff. Lore and survival. Also very low everything. I guess having magic makes up for that, though. The Fighter, my favorite class for most things. Constant recovery. Fighters continually generate endurance at a modest rate during combat, +1 athletics, lore, and survival. Average endurance, high health, very high actually, very high deflection. I think I'm probably going to go that way. The Monk. Transcendent Suffering. We know what monks are if you ever played D&D. When monks have no weapons equipped, their unarmed attacks are exceptionally powerful, and they continue to increase in damage as they gain levels. As monks are damaged, their pain generates wounds. Wounds can be used to power many of the monk's special abilities. So, very high, and high. They got great accuracy, great health, average endurance, and high deflection. So, I have high deflection, but you're required to hurt them for them to get their powers working. I'm not so sure I like that. See, the wizard. That does look very nice. I like his book. Clipping issues. It wouldn't be Obsidian without some clipping issues. Okay, starting bow is Arcane Assault. Mid-range attack that hits a small area for raw damage and can leave targets dazed. That's nice. Wizards have a variety of offensive, personal, defensive spells. They store them in their grimoires. Or grimoires? Spellbooks. We'll call them spellbooks. Spellbooks can only hold 4 spells of each spell level, which motivates wizards to keep multiple spellbooks for different needs. Every 2 levels, the wizards gain access to an additional set of spells. However, they can automatically 1 spell of any level they can access each time they advance. They also have the option of buying spells from spellbooks they find or buy. Initially, their spells can be cast a limited times per rest. As wizards gain power, their weaker spells eventually shift to per encounter use. That's kind of cool. Got lower mechanics, very low everything. Well, I'm hoping accuracy doesn't affect spell casting. Let's see. It's part of almost every attack. Influences how likely the attack is to affect the target. That's all weapon damage. Alright, cool. Rogues, we know what rogues do. They have sneak attack. They're sneaky. Stealth and mechanics. Very high accuracy, very low everything else. Although I will say that the leather armor, while historically inaccurate as all hell, is very cool looking. Ranger. Animal companion. Strong bond with the animal companion. Fights as the ranger's command is extremely valuable for its ability to run interference. Don't do much damage, but they have high damage reduction, so basically they tank for you. The link between the ranger and companion is powerful. One goes down in battle, the other suffers as well. Stealth and survival, which makes sense. Very low endurance, high health, very high accuracy, and average deflection. That seems about right. Now, padded armor. That is actually more historically accurate. And a gambeson is probably one of the better pieces of light armor you can pick up that isn't plate or chainmail. And also has those usually included as well. Let's see. We know what priests do. Holy Radiance. Generates a modest amount of endurance for allies around the priest. Any enemy vessels caught in the area take burn damage and may be frightened. Enemy vessels. I don't know what that means. Over the course of the game, the power of this ability may shift based on the reputations the priest gains relative to the behaviors that are preferred by his or her deity. And they get spells that can be cast number of time per rest. And again, because they're a magic class, they get dicked in everything that isn't spell casting. Good to know. And of course, the paladin actually starts with a breastplate. It looks like a short sword, to be honest, and a shield compared to the... No, maybe that's a long sword. Yes, sir. Martial zealots devoted to a god, a ruler, or even a way of life. They can be found in any culture or fanatical group of like-minded individuals has formed a warrior society dedicated to advancing their cause. Among those aligned to their worldview, paladins are viewed with respect and admiration, if a bit of fear. Many paladins hold leadership positions in armies and mercenary companies, but in the heat of battle, their fanaticism often rules the chain of command and common sense. Yeah, that sounds like paladin to me. Let's see. Starting ability is Faith and Conviction. Paladins have an inherent bonus to all their defenses. Over the course of the game, the value of this bonus may shift based on the reputations the paladin gains relative to their behaviors that are preferred by his or her order. Interesting. Here it says his or her god, I thought. Or maybe that was the cleric. No. Okay, so this is an order-based thing. Athletics and lore. Average endurance, high health. Average accuracy and average deflection. We're going to go with the fighter because it's a beefy little bag of hit points and damage reduction. That should serve us well. Let's see. We get knockdown or discipline barrage. Let's see. The fighter trains intensely with his or her intensely focuses on his or her training, significantly raising accuracy for a short amount of time, once per encounter, instant. Plus 20 accuracy for 15 seconds. Come on. Alright, there we go. Knockdown. Shoves an enemy with enormous force, knocking them prone and causing additional damage. Twice per encounter. Melee only. Average speed. Now, Discipline Barrage is good for apparently ranged and melee. 5-second prone. It's an accuracy test versus fortitude, and I believe this uses a behind-the-scenes dice roller, kind of like the old-school D&D games. User full attack, 5 to 8 crush damage, plus 5 to 8 crush damage, plus 20 damage. What's full attack mean? Full primary... I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I think we're going to take Discipline Barrage. I could probably get knocked down at some point anyway. But yeah, plus 20 actually really help with those hard-to-hit targets. Now, stars are... what? Is it a point-for-point system here? Looks like it is. Alright, cool. Oh, you can take it down, too. Ooh, let's not do that. Alright, Constitutions, that's hit points, might... oh, I guess never mind. Plus 1 might for humans, recommended for fighter. Constitutions, recommended for fighter. And resolve. Concentration, plus 2 will. What about perception? Plus percentage, interrupt, accuracy, and reflex. Action, speed, and reflex. Alright, I think what we're going to do is we're going to go 15, 15... 15, and we'll jump 2 in perception. So that gives us good strength, good hit points, an ability to notice things, which is going to be good since this is going to be our main character, I believe, is how it works. And I don't want to get mind controlled. Dex and intellect, whatever. Alright, now we have cultures. Alright, so Airdir gives me plus 1 resolve. Resolve? Yeah, I think so. Deadfire Archipelago is plus 1 dex. Alright. Something planes. Wait. Oh, I'm getting different starting equipment as well. Okay. Plus 1 resolve. That gives me leather armor, a kite shield, and a mace. Studded leather. Does not real thing. Plus 1 intellect. Route tie, that's a big ass axe, plus 1 constitution. The living lands is plus 1 might. Now we have a spear and a kite shield, and the white that wends is plus 1 perception. Which one gave me? Oh wait, what? Double spears. I beg your pardon. Plus 1 perception. I like perception quite a bit. Why is he holding 2 spears though? That you can't actually... and scale mail. Plus 1 intellect. I don't know if intellect is going to do me any good. Bless you. You know, I really want to boost up my perception. I'll go that way. Just seems kind of weird. Okay, background. Aristocrat gets you plus 2 lore. Explorers plus 1 lore and plus 1 survival. Plus 1 athletics, plus 1 mechanics. Lockpicking and trap fixing. Mystics plus 2 lore. Merchant, lore and mechanics. Wait a minute. Why lore for merchant? Represents the character's accumulated miscellaneous knowledge and trivia, often of occult or esoteric topics. Outside of conversations and scripted interactions, lore is used to activate scrolls. Higher lore values use the character to allow the character to use higher level scrolls. Alright, so I'm not seeing a talk to people skill. The Drifter, stealth and mechanics, survival and stealth. Lore and mechanics. I'm thinking that I'll take... I want stealth mechanics and survival. Those are the skills I'm going to want a lot of, plus athletics and probably some other stuff. You know what? Probably don't even have to worry about stealth. Let's take labor for athletics and mechanics. Figure out the rest later. Let's see. Colors. Oh, okay, that's the cover for my outfit. I like blue. That'll have to do. Secondary black. Okay. Skin tone is acceptable. Hair color. I don't think that's black, personally. Whoa. That's a lot of beard. That would be my preference for beard, since that's what I used to have before I started my current job. And we can go full on Barbarian. So let's go with the short beard. Where are you? There we go. Head. And it looks a little bit better. I hate your hair, dude, so we're going to start bald. Take a look at this. Yeesh. Why do games never have good hair? I could go with the dreadlocks, but I think I'd be appropriating somebody's culture. God forbid we do that. No, I don't like that either. I gotta find this guy a helmet because I think I hate his hair. More to the point, I think I hate his hair options. Alright, where was that one I was kind of looking at? This one? I don't know. I'm not overly impressed here. Yeah, I just can't find a style of hair I like. I wonder if it's a graphical thing. I don't know. You know what? I think that'll do it. No. There we go. We'll go stoic. Enter name. And bonus points to anybody who can tell me what that's from. Alright. New quest, the Gilded Veil. This actually does look pretty damn good in my opinion. I have a bigger screen now, that tends to help. Caravan Master finishes addressing the group, his bushy red mustache and sagging jowls quivering as if for emphasis. I'm going to wind up narrating this entire game, aren't I? Shit. Maybe not. He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside. Oh, joy. At last, the Caravan Master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over. Okay, I'll take some water then. I actually appreciate that. So, as a man who's apparently suffering from some sort of beetle-induced diarrhea of death, I need to go find my own cure. Lovely people. Where do I find these berries? And what are these huge rocks came out of the ground? That still doesn't answer the question. Ah, there we go. Some kind of living crystal then. Soul butchers? That doesn't sound very good. Luckily, we're not there. Glanfothin. I'm going to have trouble with these pronunciations. Alright, your character's attributes, skills, class, race, and culture, and sex may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but give you a wider variety of choices to select from. That's kind of nice. The manner in which someone responds to your choices depend on their individual personality and attitude. So who did build them? Oh, fuck you. Alright, and it's dangerous out here. Huh, good talk. Oh, that's nice. What kind of weather do I have to worry about? Storms? That's not so bad. Alright, so as a complete aside, one of the games that my friends and I have played in the recent couple of years is a game called Numenera, and they have a whole thing about ciphers, which are psionic warriors, and they have a thing called the Iron Wind, which is a wind of nanomachines that strips you down to the bone. I'm seeing certain similarities there. Let's go see about those berries then. Well, normally I'd say I can handle myself, but I currently have the runs, so we'll see how that goes. He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who has spent the night's journey sleeping on uneven ground without blankets or pillow. I like her already. The woman looks up on her own time. Oh, I like her already. Ah, she's saucy as fuck. I like her. Alright, good talk. Welcome to Pillars of Eternity. Yeah. Your first visit, you really want to watch these windows, become familiar with tools and interfaces available to you. I will do so. Party always consists of your character up to 5 additional companions or adventurers, and I was told it was 5 total, so go there. While the caravan is camped outside the Glanfathin ruins, Odema has assigned Caliska to help you. She's a fighter class that excels at close quarters defense. Use her abilities to complement your own. So the party member click on their okay. Alright, so if I do Nice. Does that, so. Okay, yeah, this is a lot like Baldur's Gate. Party AI is active. Alright. How do I... Scouting... Stronghold? Yeah. Hey, spoiler alert, I got a fucking castle. Alright. Options, cancel, attack, select, camp, formation, inventory, journal, map. Alright, Arusa Condoin, first level fighter. She's also a metafolk. She's an explorer. She's built a little bit more focus on might than I am. She's got athletics, 2 lore, 2 survival. Not bad. Constant recovery, fighting spirit, knockdown, and second wind. I think those are the same things I have. Oh, she's got knockdown, I don't. Alright, so... What's the AI thing then? Oh, there we go. No AI script selected. Alright, what do I do there? Right click for details. Okay. Class behavior. Aggressive, hold ground. Use progress abilities, defend self. Oh, cool. And then we have second wind and discipline barrage. So I get my 2 spears. Okay. Digging that. Alright, do I have any buttons that like... Oh, there we go. That highlights stuff for me to look at. Difficulty 1. I don't have mechanics. God bless it. What do we got here? Deer wooden clothing, light armor with no benefit, and lockpicks. Lockpicks required. 1. Party lockpicks. 1. Do you want to pick the lock? Yes. Oh, cool. Oh. Oink. What is this? Potion of minor endurance. What is that? Giant miniature space pig. Wait, that. Yeah, I'm gonna take a moment to. What the fuck is that? Alright, click for details. This tiny Titanic pig has an otherworldly appearance that seems to be at odds with its endearing behavior. It follows you dutifully and requires nothing in return save companionship. It must be a DLC thing. Gaun's Pledge. This item grants the ability to shield the wearer from the myriad perils that plague the world of Eora. An aspect of the god ethos, Gaun represents the harvest of old age, symbolized here by the many interlocking sickles that form the ring. As Gaun helps protect the dignity of old age, so too do his followers pledge to prevent young lives from being harvested before their time. Grants Gaun's Pledge twice per rest. What does this do? What's it do? Tell me. Plus 15 endurance. Alright, I guess I'll grab that. Where does that go? On the ring slot there. I guess it's... Oh. Go there, I guess. One-handed spear. I don't think I like that at all. She doesn't have any items. What are you equipped with? She's got a torch and a battle axe. Okay. No button was I pushing that button, so lets me look at stuff. Alright. You see a man wearing a simple but mostly neat, or wearing simple but mostly neat clothes. He's transfixed, however, by the ragged tear in the seam of his tunic. He scratches one cheek with his knuckles. It's covered with uneven stubble as if he hasn't gotten quite used to shaving on the road. What do you got? How much money do I have? Okay, I know how stores work. 110. You've got a crossbow. Great sword. That's 17 to 24 slash damage versus 13 to 18 pierce damage. Hunting bow, war bow, battle axe, daggers. Had a rapier there. 10 to 15 pierce damage. It's a fast weapon. That's kind of nice. A rod. How does a rod do? 10-meter range. I guess it throws like largest of the magical implements that can be distinguished from wands and scepters by the heads on each end, and they fire soul energy. Basically, they're magic rods. Can be used with a shield. Why do I have two of them, though? That doesn't make any damn sense. Sword, medium shield. It's a heater shield, small shield, brigandine, height armor. Oh, retrain character. No, we don't want to do that at all. Kind of want to get a great sword, but I think we'll just let it go for now. Is there anything else around here? Alright, what is this? Ah, there we go. These tall glass green pillars appeared if they've sprouted from the earth. The flickering fire sets shadows dancing from within. Okay, cool. So, I assume I have to go this way then. Okay. Exploration is key in Pillars of Eternity. Make use of the eastern reach to the area map. Okay. Oh, there's my little piggy thingy. Okay, I am intrigued. Who is this? Sparfell. Ah, that's more than reassuring, my good man. I'm the only one that's dying here. Okay, looks like we have a day-night cycle here. Half speed, double speed. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they're not kidding about double speed on that. And you can scout while in fast mode as well. Travelers, maybe, or looters, or bandits. Bad sign if you any way you figure it. Oh, well. The corpse is cold to the touch and ripe smells away from it in putrid waves. A dark, crusted blood stain besmirches its simple linen tunic. Leather armor and some lockpicks. Alright, take that. What armor am I wearing, by the way? That's what I wanted. I am wearing scale armor, which is medium, which compares... recovery speed is decreased by 35%, but its damage reduction 7. You can enchant it? With what? I'm so confused. And that's what I get for playing a game blind. Okay, I guess there's nothing else over there. I love that little ghost piggy thing I've got. That's the guy that got me the game got me the Westmarch DLCs, and then I went and downloaded everything else that was available. Use the tab key to highlight interactive objects in the environment. I've been doing that, and there doesn't look like there's anything here for me to be mousing over. So, oh, there we go. What is that? Ooh, a beer. +1 damage reduction for 300 seconds, so 5 minutes? Yeah, you take that. Footprints on this campfire are indistinct, may have been here for days or longer. Okay. Dry cap. Item added to the stash. Might be a crafting thing for potions or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just going to fast run this real quick. I do like... Okay. Outcroppings. Burned ladies, an ingredient. Alrighty. Young wolf. Pausable real-time system. You often manage more than one character at a time. It's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time play to see how the order plays out. Okay, fair enough. So let's go with you. You've got knockdown, so cause knockdown there, and you will simply attack. Okay, 4 defenses. Primary defensive attacks, deflection, fortitude, reflex, and will. I'm pretty sure I know how that works anyway. All attacks have to become damage reduction. Alright. Why are you not attacking? Why did you make her do all the work there, pal? Okay, so apparently pathing is an issue. It's good to see that certain things have never changed. Baldur's Gate and other stuff have that kind of problems as well. First, you quest your general update with relevant information. If you get stuck, open it up to review your notes. Odema says you're a working man. Hard work at that. It's a blacksmith. You have to come here. My master was a jealous person. He saw to it that as soon as I finished my apprenticeship, I would never be able to compete against him. My master died in the middle of my training. There's nothing left for me there. My skills were wasted on that place. I kind of like that one. Actually, no, let's go with this one. That makes a little bit more sense why you might leave wherever you came from. What that feels like. You really can't trust anyone, can you? Kaliska breathes in her surroundings. It's been a long time since I've been this way, but I always did like it. Lord Radix offer makes a girl think. I'll give him that. You're here to settle like the rest of the lot? It's a hard offer to pass up. You won't find many offers like it in these parts, believe me. Got some big plans in store. I'm going to settle here and start a new life. Going to lay low here for a while, trying to draw too much attention to myself. Getting filthy rich is the goal of any game. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. I'm going to go with that. Completely spontaneous, huh? Interesting. Well, there's probably no hurry to make up your mind. They've got an ill and gilded veil that'll put you up as long as you need, or so my sister tells me. Anyway, I'm wasting time here. Odema will give me an earful. Let's be on our way. Why are you here? She sighs unevenly. Her eyes search the ground at her feet. My sister's moved out here some time back. She sent me a letter. She seemed worried, but that's how she always is. This time, though, she asked me to come out, and that's got me a little worried. I haven't seen her in ages. Been doing guide work and fuck you. But I'd do anything for her. She's a much better woman than me. So I'm here, and we'll see. Odema I've worked with before. He doesn't usually drive a route this way, but he's doing it for me. Really? I've got simple needs. I like open skies and far horizons. I find work that lets me live that way. My family wanders too. We started in Deerwood, but my parents ended up in the Living Lands. I've got a brother in Rautai, another in Adir. My sister in Gilded Vale. She's the only real homebody. Can you tell me about Deerwood? Like how to pronounce it. I'm not much for history, but from what I know, it used to be part of the Adir Empire. Broke off after a war some years back. Looks here are feisty, and that's how they like it. Okay, let's go back to camp. You know, I wouldn't hold my breath if that Sparfeld's getting your water anytime soon. He does what he feels like when he feels like it. You should check up on him first, slap him around a little. The stream's just down that way. Come on, get you your water. Alright, so I gained 170 experience, and I updated my quest. Sudden sickness has come over me. The care master making me a remedy before my condition worsens. Now, crafting food, not actually something I can make. Yeah, I saw that button earlier. And let's hoof it on back down this way. I think this is where he was, right? No. Ah, hell is he? That's all those guys. Alright, where is that bloody frickin' idiot? Did you go across the bridge or what? Okay, you crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Callisto waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look sharply from the tree towards the tree line. You've gained an quest item, full water skin, added to the stash. Oh, this is very cool. Out of the trees emerges Sparfell, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait, his stride wobbly as he moves toward you with labored breath. Sparfield's toe catches on a rock, and he collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag. Well, shit. Dibs on his stuff. Okay. I think we're going to have you take on you. Oh, that's why. Don't right click. Left click. A lot of misses going on there. Interesting. Well, first things first. Okay, so we've got hide armor, a gate worth money, and a hunting bow. Take that. Is it too much to ask that one of you has a spear? Alright, so yeah, it's not nearly as good. Let's throw that in our second slot. This is pretty similar to games I'm familiar with. Scored a crit, better than a hit result, more likely to occur when attacks actually is higher than the target's defense. Must have been a... what's this do? You know, we'll grab that, set it there for the time being. And this one is plus 57 endurance. Hold on to that. Oh, whoops. Okay, so we got ambushed there, and those guys were all okay, and I'm seeing bodies. She seems to be doing pretty good, actually. Now let's just gang up on him. I think we're doing alright. She's taking some health damage here, I think. I'm out of those. That's weird. Don't remember using them. Okay, no, more bows, more copper, and more armor there. Oh, here we go. Shields. Okay. Let's see which is better. I don't know. The spear is definitely better. I do want a spear and a shield. There. Because that gives me plus 12 deflection, minus 4 accuracy. And this thing is pretty accurate. Yeah. Actually, just plus 5 accuracy, so that balances it out. Cool. Oop. Is there a hot button for that? Backspace. Alright. Suppose I could play this with a keyboard if I wanted to. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kaliska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stand above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as from half-split logs. It's fucking Vikings. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade to the neck of the man you recognize as Heodin, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespassers. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. Lore 1. Well, we have a lore option. Might as well take it. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Air Glanfeth. You have now one rank in the disposition reputation. Yeah. Your words carry no weight for when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Let's see. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all, Hayden. Might 14. Perception and intellect options, which are not... They don't show me what they are because we're not able to do them. Only a full attack, so a weak enemy while a strong one yet lives. Go ahead, kill him. Do it. The fuck? Rush the man before he can react. Judging from the string of animal teeth around your neck, I'm guessing you are worshippers of Gallowayne. If Gallowayne told you to stop protecting the ruins, would you? Let's try this. The man considers this, looking you up and down. Yet. He shoves Hayden towards you. As he does so, the man rakes his blade against Hayden's torso. Hayden screams and stumbles forward, a wide gash in his clothing beginning to bloom crimson. The man sets his feet to engage you, his axe raised high. Oh, you're an asshole. Okay. What are you, exactly? Bruised ribs, -4 constitution. Okay. Let's take a look at you real quick. You are a rogue. What can you do, rogue? Blinding strike, fighting spirit, second attack, sneak attack. Time being, you will go here. You're going to knock down the big bastard. And you're going to go stab the big bastard. How about all that? You get some abilities too, don't you, pal? What do you get? Blinding strike. Dirty attack that makes the opponent unable to see, inflicts extra damage, and blinds the target. Where's your backstab thing? I don't know. Ah, that guy running around like a knucklehead. Alright, I think we've got this pretty much in the bag. But, you know what? You're still standing. I don't like that, so fall down again. There we go. Your enemy lies supine upon the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks not at you, but the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closed them. Good, good, the gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The winds begin to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile. Electric, really? Upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You begin to feel it seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it is rendering you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bowel, Odema's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you. Guess we're not looting those guys. I'm sad. That is really not good. Straining against the gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands in the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. Last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up the ledge. Hayden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by earlier hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers, who's been feigning death, lunges for Hayden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Stubborn bastard refuses to die. Restrained, Hayden lashes out at his fatigued assailant, but struggles to break his hold. They're close to you. Despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at the attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Throw your weapon. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hayden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hayden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the winds flare, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out to the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hayden to set his feet and join you in the trembling ledge. I love these little cutscene things. There's a deep resonance to the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet and inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening the connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the old archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. I was expecting that. That was really, really cool. Played a game like this, and I am enjoying it immensely. Yes, that was a cave-in. We're now trapped in here. Alright. Tough man. Okay, party gained 123 experience. What have I got here? Strange illness. -3 concentration, -3 fortitude. He's got bruised ribs, -4 constitution. Good lord. Alright, let's see if I can make this tea stuff now. Wrong one. Okay, I have the water and I have the berries. No. Maybe it's a potion? No. Okay, so full water skin. This leather water skin is full. Fantastic. Found on tall, distinctly shaped shrubs, these large berries are both sweet and frequently used for various medicines, not only to obscure the taste. I don't think I can actually use these things, though. Alright, well. It looks as if for the time being we are going to be trapped in here. Are you a human or are you an elf? I'm a little confused about that. Oh, he's a rogue human. Okay, drifter, explorer, and laborer. All right, so this is the. I think we're gonna leave it at this point for now. Lower level of the ruins is blocked off by fallen rubble. Lower level. Odd. Regardless, folks. This is the first time I've ever played this, and so far I have to say I am having a blast. I am confused about a lot of this stuff, but I'm sure I'll figure it out as time goes on. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.